from Mascoutah High School in Mascoutah, Illinois. Welcome to the Mascoutah Girls Holiday Invitational Basketball Tournament. Game number 17 of the weekend as the Mascoutah Indians get set to take on the Centralia Annies. It is the consolation game this afternoon as the Indians and the Annies get ready to go. The Indians, their 11th game of the year, 6-5 record to start the season, and already an impressive doubling of their wins from a season ago. Owen Dressler on hand along with my partner today, Mr. Jackson Loden. And Jackson, this is the girls team 3-28 last year. This year 6-5, they're much better. Trying to come away with a consolation championship this afternoon. And the Indians trying to come away with this win this afternoon. They will take on the Annies of Centralia, who come into this game 4-6, 1-1 of the tournament. They lost to Freeburg in the first game. They were the first game of the entire tournament. Lost to Freeburg. That was at 9 a.m. on Tuesday rather. 42-40, close game there. And then they beat East St. Louis in the next loser bracket game. And so that put them into this game here at 17. For the Indians, it was a loss to Oakville at 3 o'clock on Tuesday, a win against Belleville West, and now here they sit trying to win a consolation tournament. The first of 4 games on the Indian Sports Network today, as we will have the Indians and the Annies, the consolation game coming up at 2:30. It'll be the 5th place game, Freeburg and O'Fallon. And then at 4, the 3rd place game of Alton against Mater Dei. And then at 5:30 o'clock, we will crown a Mascoutah Holiday Tournament champion as Nashville and Breeze Central will face off later on this evening. Should be a fun one. Should be a fun afternoon. Indians and the Annies. This is Indian basketball. Tip-off is next on the Indian Sports Network.
Warrior Logo Wear doesn't just print gear. Since 2018, we've been helping organizations build identity, unity, and pride through high-quality branded merchandise and streamlined fulfillment solutions. Want to simplify your branded merchandise and look great doing it? Just contact us at info@warriorlogowear.com or call our number at 618-566-6864. You can also visit our location at 12 East Main Street, Mascoutah, Illinois, 62258.
sure there's no like. All right, here we go. It's the Indians and the Ennies on a beautiful December day. Headley, Updergrove, Bame, Whitworth, Killian for the Indians. For the Indians, Annies, Bass, Dukes, Edson, Wallace, and Whithouse Straits. And we are underway. Off we go. And it is up the floor, and with it comes the Indians. It's over to Killian, who has it on the right side. Dicks it back to Ava Headley. Over to Bame up top. Second time this year the Indians and the Ennies have played each other. Updergrove trying to drive, bounce to Killian, off her hands, out of bounds. 7:42 to go, and already the Indians have turned the ball over. Edson to inbound, gets it out to Jeremiah Wallace, who will take it up the right side of the floor. 7:37 to go in this first quarter. Up to Edson, who dribbles to her left, gives to Wallace, back to Edson to the right side. Up top, Aslan Bass gets it over to Whithouse Straight. Looks inside, overshot, trying to find Edson, and out of bounds. And back the other way. 7:24 to go, 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. Up the floor, Whitworth gets it, now gets it back over to Killian. And then we got a carryover. And with 7:17 to go, back to the Ennies. Edson to bring it up the floor across the timeline, takes it to her left, gives it over to Bass. Bass on the left wing, gonna look inside, nope, passes it off top for Wallace, looks to the right for Marley Edson. Edson has it right wing, dribbles back to her left, gives it across for Wallace, back to Edson to the right side. 6:59 to go, first quarter. No shot clock in this tournament. To the right wing, Edson gonna go for a long 3 and put it in. So a 3-0 start for the Ennies. Here's Headley and a foul. And they're gonna call that foul on Marley Edson. So the first of the game for the Ennies, and that'll be the first for Edson, who had the 3, and apparently Jackson, Annalyn Bass, number 21, has 88 points.
It's quite the game.
According to the scoreboard up to our right. Killian bounces it out to Bame up top. 6:33 to go. Looks to the corner for Updergrove, who's underneath. Gets double teamed, trying to find somewhere to go, and gets it back out to Headley. Takes it and will dribble left, but traveled first. .6:23 remaining in the first. 3-0 Annies. Wallace will inbound to Edson. And Edson will take it off the floor to give back to Wallace. 6:19 remaining. Wallace bounces it across to Dukes. Dukes up top, swings it around Wallace on the left side. Looks inside. Off the glass, didn't go. Loose ball on the ground, and Whithouse Straight to pick it up. Bounces it back out. 3 ball coming. Annalyn Bass missed it off the mark. Loose ball back coming out and picked up. Grabbed by Ava Headley. Drived. Finds up Bame underneath the basket. Missed on the layup. Rebound underneath. Headley's going to throw one up. She'll get fouled. I mentioned this is the second time these two teams have faced each other. December 18th, the Indians fell to Centralia 49-29. So actually, that was the final game the Indians played before this tournament. Jeremiah Wallace was calling for the foul. First free throw from Headley, no good.
Something I think this Mascoutah team needs to do is get the ball inside more to either Avery Bame or Harper Whitworth. They're the 2 tallest girls on the court right now.
Second free throw back off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound for Centralia. Just did the game. Addison Dukes gets it to Edson, down to the block, right side jumper. Missed it off the back rim, gets it to Headley, dribbles out to her right side. Trying to find a pass, drew it, and it's picked off by Dukes. Out of the corner for Edson, dribbles back out to her right. 5:28 to go, first quarter, 3-0 Annies. Dribble to the right side, Whithouse Straight has it on the wing. She dishes it back out for Bass on the left side. Look inside. Loose ball grabbed by Whithouse Drake. Going to go for a jumper. It's going to bounce off. No good. Edson, though, gets the rebound. Throws one up. And it's ended up It's kept inbounds by Anna Bass. Out top for the left wing for Dukes to drive. Loose ball into the hands of Anna Killian. Headley will take point here. 4:53 remaining. Dishes to the corner for Updergrove. Pulls it. Dishes it off for Headley. Dribbles to her left. Gets a screen from Killian. Now pulls up. Looks inside for Whitworth. Bain will take a jumper. Missed it long. Loose ball kept up by Killian, who falls to the floor with Dukes. And now Centralia take it the other way. Wallace gets it over to Dukes.
Killian might have gotten fouled there.
Dukes across the timeline. Dishes it over, gets it out to Bass, back over to Edson. 4:11 to go first quarter here early on in this game. Annie's by 3, Edson to drive, splits defenders in the lane and gets fouled to the basket. They call that one on Killian for first of the afternoon and the first of the game for the Indians. So Edson will shoot 2 free throws. And that one is no good, back rim. The Annies only have up to 3 games recorded for statistics in the stat database. In that statistic, Edson a 40% free throw shooter, and she makes the second. 4 points for the Annies, all scored by Marley Edson. Updergrove in the corner, going to throw one up off the glass, didn't get it. Headley gets the rebound. Probably was fouled there for a second. Dame trying to drive, has it stolen away by Edson. Dame then goes back, and we get a foul. That'll be on Dame. 3:49 to go in the first. Jeremiah Wallace back to inbound.
Centralia's got good help side defense. They see Mascoutah driving the lane. They're trying to swat the ball away as they're dribbling in.
Edson looks inside to Whithouse straight. Near the top of the circles. Kicks it back over to the right side for Anna Bass. Dribbles down the left side of the lane. Back out for Dukes. Into the lane she goes. Kick to the right side. Edson to the baseline. Looks inside. Whithouse straight. Gonna throw one up and in. 6-0 Annies. 3:20 remaining in the first. Headley to the corner. Bame floats inside to Whitworth. Whitworth has it knocked away, but Dan called for a travel. And Coach Elby not pleased with the call. Edson to bring it up the floor for Centralia. 3:12 to go in the opening. Building to her left, going to spin around on her right foot, gives to Dukes, who goes up and is blocked by Whitworth, and then a foul on the back end. Here's a 3, and it's going to go no good and out of bounds. Updergrove takes it up the floor for the Indians. 2:53 to go. Gives to Killian. Look inside. Whitworth jumps up to grab it. Going to go drive. Pull up for the jumper. Back rim missed. And the rebound belongs to Dukes. And now, belongs to Kaylee Bowdler, who just checked into the game. 2:37 to go in this opening quarter. 6-0 Annies. Bowdler drives down to the elbow. Dishes it back out for Edson into the lane. Gives it off for Wallace. Wallace dishes it off for Bass. Bass left wing. Now drives into the elbow. That's Edson, who kicks off to Wallace, right wing. 2:16 to go to the elbow. Puts one up at the free throw line and puts it in. Annies by 8. 2:11 in the first. Callie Kunst into the game for the Indians. Here's Harper Whitworth. Going to go up off the glass and in the bucket of the foul. So Whitworth to the free throw line for one in a 3-point play, and the Indians are on the board here in this consolation match.
I think that's something Mascoutah needs to do for a good majority of this game. You see, the only ways they can really stop Whitworth is by fouling her.
First free throw from Whitworth, no. And Whithouse straight will get the rebound and dish it off. Bowdler takes it up the floor for the Annies. Dribbles to her right. Into the lane she goes, floats one up and off the window. Killian gets the rebound from Whitworth, and now the other way. Down the floor. Up, no good, and the rebound Whithouse straight. Wallace now takes it. Stogner into the game for the Indians on Wallace. Pulls up. Looks inside. Broken away. Killian gets it. Over to Upstergrove down the floor. Splits right. Gives off to Whitworth. Jumps up. Goes up with a jumper. Bounces in. 8-4. What just happened?
I think they got a delayed game warning.
Okay. 1:16 to go in the first. Wallace to inbound. Wallace looks to her right, gives to Wallace. Now looking inside Whithouse straight, had it knocked away, but gets it back. Gonna go up with two guys on her, and she puts it in. 6-point game, 10-4, 55 seconds to go. Upstergrove ahead to Stogner. Look inside to Bame, turns, shoots, didn't get it off the window. Here comes the other way, Annalyn Bass. 46 seconds to remaining. Finds Edson, kicks it out to Wallace. Bounces it out. Bowdler off the rim, no. And a Headley was still back on the other side of the floor. She's hurt. It took a long time for anybody to notice. I didn't notice. But now she's down on the other side of the floor.
And I saw her land, and did not look like her knee, or her ankle, excuse me, landed in a good spot.
Well, that's just another injury to add to the surmounting list of injuries that have been coming up today, that have been coming up on the, not today, I shouldn't say it, but have been popping up on this Indian team. Coach Elby and one of the Centralia coaches over there. Now being helped up and putting almost no weight on, and I would imagine that might, and if it's as bad as it maybe potentially looks at this moment, it might be the end of the year for Headley. Not a good scene right now. So Headley checks out of the game. So does Kelly Coons. Young Walter and Stogner are in. Uptergrove off to Stogner on the wing. Looks inside Uptergrove. Trying to find somewhere to go. Baseline going to put one up and in. 10-6. 18 seconds remaining in the first. Edson went right, now goes left. Trying to find somewhere to go. Dishes it off for Whithouse straight. Looks inside, gets it to Bass, off the window and in. And that will end the opening quarter of this game.
That was a good backdoor cut by Bass to get the easy layup.
12-6 after one. And the Indians trailing. This is Indian Basketball on the Indian Sports Network.
Your home is everything to you, and we know that. The Law Office of Misty L. Webbles is your hometown hero when it comes to managing your home and belongings. Practicing in estate planning, estate and trust administration, and real estate and guardianship, Misty's Law Office's goal is to protect you and your family. After graduating from McKendree and St. Louis University, Misty Webbles has worked in Mascoutah for years and knows the importance of our community. Don't let anyone else handle your family. Trust Mascoutah, trust Misty Webbles.
So to the second quarter, Indians trailing by 6. New 8 minutes on the clock. Andy starts the quarter with the basketball. Bass has it, trying to dish it off to Whithouse straight. Gets it over to Wallace, now dribbles to her right. And hands off to Bass, who picks it up, back out to Wallace, back to Bass.
Might have traveled there.
7:39 to go. Looks inside and up to Grove, able to pick it up.
Gils had a couple of good tips for which led to steals.
Stogner dribbles to her right, gives back to Killian. She's a good defender, I'll give her that. Killian to her right, bounces it into up to Grove to the corner. And it's stolen away by Edson. Edson up the floor, gets it over the timeline. Edson dishes it off. Whithouse straight, 6:58 to go in the quarter, gets it over to Wallace. Wallace into the lane, dips it off for now out to Wallace to the right side, into the lane, kicks it back out. Whithouse straight's gonna pick up a three and get it off the back rim. Killian gets the rebound and knocks Dukes to the ground. Now over to Uptergrove.
That was a good rebound by Killian.
Uptergrove over the line, now gonna try to drive to the right side of the lane, put one up, didn't get it. Whitworth the rebound, fouled as she went up.
I feel like Uptergrove might have gotten fouled there too. I think he left.
Oh my. First free throw good from Whitworth. Missed the second. Whitworth this year only a 43% free throw shooter. And she has shot by far the most free throws on the team. Wallace on the wing. Dribbles to her left, gives it out to Adeline Bass. 6:08 remaining. Looks, gives it out. Bowdler hands off for Bass, and now a whistle. And it's going to go the other way, an offensive foul. They're going to call that one on Bowdler. And now one of the Centralia coaches having a conversation with an official. They corrected it. It's on Anderson. It's on Adeline Dukes, who cannot believe it. Updergrove with a no-look bounce to Killian. Lost the handle trying to go to dribble. Bounces it into Bame. Bame's going to turn up, go shoot, didn't go. Whitworth the rebound, goes back up, airball that one. And Bame gets fouled trying to get that rebound. Oh, no. Oh, it was an offensive foul. They called that foul on... Oh. No, they did not. They did not call the foul on... Wait. Hold on. What is happening? Okay, they called the foul on the Ennies. I don't know on who. I think on Jemiah Wallace. Coons checks into the game. Oh, no, Coons does not check into the game. And now I've got to reset and collect myself. Updergrove into the corner. Bounces it into Whitworth. Whitworth lost the handle trying to go up. Loose ball. Killian grabs it. Still loose.
By Killian.
Grabbed by Bame, and she gets tripped up.
It's good hustle by Hannah Killian to get for that loose ball.
Centralia foul on Jemiah Wallace.
Bame over to Killian. Dribbles to her right. Gets it into Whitworth. Whitworth trying to find Bame. Goes through her legs. Out of the corner. Stogner for three. And she got it. Indians down 2 on a 3 from Stogner.
It's good kick out by Bame to find an open Stogner for the 3.
5:04 remaining. Edson gives to Whithouse straight. 5:01 to go. Back over to Dukes. Dribbles into the lane. Dishes it off for Bowdler. Dribbles down the elbow. Gets it out top for Edson into the lane. To the corner. Dukes with a 20-footer. And that one is no good. Whithouse straight gets the knocked it out of bounds. 4:46 to go. 12-10 Annies. And an Annies timeout. 4:46 to go. This is the first quarter. This is Indian basketball on the Indian Sports Network. It up. 4:43 remaining in the first. Chichi Updergrove takes it, bounces to Harper Whitworth. Whitworth kicks to the corner. Stogner going to go for three again and puts it in. Avery Stogner with two back-to-back threes in the Indians lead. 13-12, 4:26 to go in the second. Whithouse straight, top of the circles, trying to look around. Now takes it to the dribble to the elbow, spins into the lane, gonna put one up on Bame, who fouled her. That was absolutely a foul. She doesn't think it was. But even noting my own biases, I would argue that is definitely a foul. So Whithouse straight to the free throw line. 2 free throws made would take the lead for the Annies. The first one missed. Second free throw is good. We're tied at 13. Stogner has it on the wing. Bounces it back to Bame, over to Killian. Gives it the corner for Updergrove. To the baseline she goes, off the glass. Didn't get it, gets her own rebound. Goes up, no foul. Bowder the rebound, and then a loose ball. And Updergrove.
Uptergrove definitely got fouled there.
So they called a foul on Uptergrove, who then threw the ball past the ref into the stands. .401 to go. Dukes to inbound, she'll give to Edson. Gets it over the timeline, does Edson. And now looks to her left, now looks over to the right side for Whithouse Straight. Bounces it inside for Bass. Trying to look around, dribbles into the lane, she goes down to the corner and off the glass and in. And he's back on top, 15-13, 3:37 to go. Uptergrove takes it the other way. Gives to Stogner to the corner, out to Whitworth. Whitworth drives, off a screen from Bame to the corner for Killian, and it went out of bounds. To the corner, Whithouse Straight. And she buries a three. And he's by 5, 18-13 with 3:07 to go in the second. Killian up the floor, looks to her right. Dishes it down the sideline, to the baseline she goes. Bounces in into the hands of Annalyn Bass. Edson will bring it up the floor. Picks up her dribble, looks inside for Bass. And now dribbles into the lane, dishes it off. Bowdler for a three. And yes, sir. 21-13 with 2:37 to go. Uptergrove into the lane, dishes out of the corner for Stogner. Now Whitworth just threw one over the basket. Loose ball, jump ball, and Indian ball.
I feel like she might have gotten bumped there.
They called the jump. The Indians will have possession. Collier checks out of the game for Uptergrove. Killian to inbound here for the Indians. Got to get it in. Time's ticking and gets it out to Stogner. Stogner to the corner for Whitworth. Whitworth down the lane, now to the baseline. Dishes it off for Killian. Kept it in. Killian the other way. Lost the handle, and then the travel is called. 2:13 to go, 21-13 Annies.
Centralia has really stepped up their defense lately, able to make Mascoutah dribble a lot and pass the ball a lot and not really get off shots.
Up the floor comes Edson. 2:05 to go. Just a reminder, after this game, we have for you a good one. A third place matchup, or excuse me, a fifth place matchup between Freeburg and O'Fallon. That's coming up following this game. 1:56 to go on a whistle and a foul. And 2 free throws coming for Aslan Whithouse Straight. Oh, nope, excuse me, she's just standing there. Edson to inbound. Out to Whithouse Straight, who takes it up top. Dishes it off for Bass, and her Bass is picked off by Killian, who's going to try to go all the way and gets fouled down the floor. That one foul comes on Annalyn Bass, and that's the 5th foul of the quarter for Centralia. And free throws now for the Indians. I think it was a shooting foul anyway. Nevertheless, that one is good.
So again, Killian's defense has really stepped up, like really in this game. That's a couple of defensive stops by her.
Second free throw good. Indians within 6 with 1:48 to go. Edson up the floor.
see Centralia is really starting to do that. The Clinton County special. They're just holding the ball at the top, not really moving it around.
Saw that a couple times yesterday with the boys against Central back at down at Mater Dei. 1 full 4 remaining in the second. Looking to our left, dishes it off to Bowdler. On the logo, Bowdler to our left. 55 seconds to go. They really are taking their time. This is why the shot clock is important.
And I feel like they didn't really implement it in this game because half of the games are in the small gym where there's no shot clock in there.
They haven't implemented it at all. Of course, next year the shot clock goes into effect for any IHSA sanctioned event. Back up top, dishes it off for Dukes, gives it over to Edson, 30 seconds to go. Edson gives it, and a foul.
Mascoutah foul on Anna Hilliard.
Goes to the right, Edson has it, 15 seconds to go.
Centralia's able to waste the full, I think it was a minute and a half just holding the ball at top and passing it around.
Under 10 seconds to go. Now with 3 from Bowdler, well short of the mark. Now with 4.0 seconds to go, the Indians will get the ball back, and maybe a desperation 3 to get them within 3. 21-15 as we approach halftime. Raylan Parker checks into the game for Centralia, and that sends Bass to the bench. Giovanna Foster checks into the game as well. Killian will inbound to Upter Grove as Foster goes to guard Upter Grove on the Centralia side of the buck, on the Indian side of the timeline. Upter Grove ahead to Bay, but it bounds. 0.6 to go in the second. And the Indians will go to the end of the quarter down 6. And a half in the Mascoutah Consolation game at the Indians Invitational Tournament. Halftime, 21-15. Third quarter coming up 10 minutes. This is Indian Basketball on the Indian Sports Network. at the half in Mascoutah. The Indians and the Annies of Centralia ready to go for this third quarter. Glad you're with us here on the Indian Sports Network. Owen Dresser Jackson loading with you. Annies will start the quarter with the ball. And it's going to be Edson who kicks it out to Bass. Bass dribbling over to her right, give to Edson, or give to Bowdler. Bowdler holds it up, top corner, dribbles to her left. Uptergrove, good defense, dribble, and Bowdler has to pick it up, looks inside to Bass. Bass dishes off left side. Pulls up in the left wing, dribbles down to the right elbow. Kick to the corner. Whithouse straight, trying to bounce it, gets it over to Bame. Bame gets it to Uptergrove, who might not have been completely ready for it. Uptergrove down the lane, pulls up, jumper, no, rebound, Annies, and it's Bass. Gives to Edson. Edson the other way, coming. Gives now to the corner for Dukes. Dukes looks to bounce inside for Bass. Trying to look inside and into the hands of Uptergrove. Uptergrove goes down the other side of the floor, into the lane, to the elbow she goes, didn't get it, and the rebound takes the other way. Right house straight, top of the circle, 6:35 to go in the third, 21-15 Annies. Dukes on the wing. Dribbles to her right. Down to the elbow, dish to the corner, 3 ball, and no good and a foul.
Mascoutah foul on Taylor Dane.
They called the foul on Bame.
Her second foul.
Her second of the game, and it'll be a free throws for Bass. Second free throw is good.
It's just something in basketball. I feel like the worst foul you can give is a foul on a three-point shot because they get 3 free throws.
Or have them foul on a 3-point shot and make them, and they can get 4 on the play. Whitworth gets the rebound on the third free throw. Killian the other way. Dishes it inside to Whitworth. Now dribbles into the lane, pulls up with the second hash, and it bounces off, and a rebound to the Annies. 6:03 to go. Edson on the wing, dishes it out of the corner for Bowdler. Bowdler in the corner. Looking back to her left. Gives it off for Bass. In the top corner, dribbles to her right. Dishes it off. Dukes in the corner, dribbles across the line. Now down, turns, trying to drive in, stays outside the arc. 5:35 to go in the third. Top corner, Dukes dribbling around. Uptergrove doing a good job. Now Dukes breaks for the basket, dishes it off. Edson trying to drive. And Travel trying to get to the elbow.
It's good defense by Mascoutah.
Timeout taken by the Indians. 5:28 to go in the third. This is Indian Basketball on the Indian Sports Network. Out of the timeout, Indian ball. Whitworth's going to float one off the back of the rim, no good. Whithouse straight gets the rebound, and the Ennies the other way. And then that one thrown away. Whithouse straight wasn't paying attention.
That is the third passing turnover that Centralia has had in this half. Or in this quarter, excuse me.
Collier gives it off to Killian. Killian tried to look to Collier and overshot. Marley Edson takes it up the floor. Dribbles to her left. Out of the elbow, pulls it back. Out of the wing, bounces it into it out straight. Dribbles into the lane, bounces it back out. Pull over the elbow, now back out for Bowdler. Looks inside, Whithouse to race again. Dribbles a couple times, into the lane, now gets around Coons, goes up, and a foul.
Mascoutah foul, Kelly Clements.
First free throw good, 23-15. Callie Coons going for the foul. Second of the quarter, first of the game for Coons. Second free throw good as well. 23-16. 24-15 rather, excuse me. Killian on the wing, gonna go to drive to the baseline, knocked away out of bounds. And they're gonna say off of Killian as well. 4:23 remaining. Jeremiah Wallace to sub in. Wallace up the floor of the right side. Dribbles back, now trying to go to her, now going to her left, into the lane, gonna lay one up off the glass and finds the bucket. 4:07 to go, 26-15, timeout Mascoutah.
It's a good move by Wallace.
4:06 to go in the third. This is Indian Basketball and the Mascoutah Holiday Tournament on the Indian Sports Network. Out of the timeout, Uptergrove gets it over to Collier. The Indians trailing by 11. Into Whitworth. And it's stolen away. But then it's going to be grabbed by Bame. And then stolen away again. Bowdler that time. And now out to Bass. 3:42 to go in the second quarter. Wallace has it top of the circles. 3:36 to go. Just simply holding it. And dribbles over to the right side. Dishes this one off. Wallace dribbles to her right, 3:01 to go, down to the wing. Pulls it out to the top, down between the circles. John still dribbling around, and we get a foul.
Mascoutah foul on Harper Whitworth.
Dribbling left. Wallace out between the circles, dribbles to her right. Pulls it up, now trying to drive into the lane. Gonna lay one up, no, dishes it off. Underneath, missed it. Rebound, Whitworth. Now the other way, here comes Killian. 2:37 to go, Killian dishes out of the corner, up to Grove to the baseline. Goes up off the glass and finds the bucket.
Good baseline drive by Updergrove.
26-17. Indians trail by 9. To the corner for Dukes. 2:20 remaining in the third. Out of the right side, Dukes has the bucket. Out of the logo. To her right, now looking to the left, again to the right side. Again, now trying to go back the other way, picked away by Collier, and then picked again. And now we get a whistle and a travel, and the Indians get the basketball. Stogner will check in, Whithouse straight will check in. Killian out of the game for the Indians, Dukes to the bench for Centralia. Updergrove will bring it up the floor. 1:59 to go in the third. Stogner down to the corner for Bame. Bame looks inside, off the Centralia tip, out of bounds. Updergrove had it stolen. Now Bame picks it back up with a loose ball. Updergrove able to keep it in bounds. Down to the corner. Stogner to drive, to float. Didn't go. Rebound Centralia. Bass over to Wallace. 1:39 to go in the third. Wallace going to get it ahead for Bass. Up near the top of the lane. 1:32 to go in the third. Dishes it across. Gets it over to Edson. Edson dribbles into the lane. Down the right side to the corner for Whithouse straight. 1:21 to go. Pass out for Whithouse straight, dribbles down the right side. Picks it up, floats off the glass, and finds the bucket. Whithouse straight today. She's had herself a nice day. 11 on the afternoon. Bame gets splits defenders, gets it out to Stogner, dribbles, and traveled.
Centralia is in no hurry whatsoever on offense. They're able to waste a lot of time on the clock and then get a good shot at the end.
1:01 to go, 28-17. Edson to inbound for Centralia, gets it out to Bass. Under a minute to go in this third quarter. The Indians will get the ball to start the fourth. Right wing coming back, Edson gives it away to Whithouse straight to the corner, looks inside, up and no good. Rebound for Killian. Killian throws it ahead to Updergrove. Updergrove off the wing, drives into the paint, dishes it off, throws it into the hands of Bowler. Gets it out to Edson, 30 seconds remaining. Edson up top, dribbles into the lane. 5 seconds to go. Jumper at the free throw line, short, missed it. Stogner gets the rebound, and that'll do it for the third. After 3, 28-17, this is Indian Basketball on the Indian Sports Network. 7:55 to go in the fourth quarter as we come out of the break. Indians down by 11 in the final leg of this consolation game of the holiday tournament. Inbound, Stogner trying to go up. Keeps possession though for the Indians. Look inside to Whitworth from Killian. Whitworth going to go up off the short glass. Loose ball grabbed by Killian. Going to go up for the jumper and puts it in. 28-19. 9-point lead for the Annies. Edson takes it up the floor. Pulls it back. Now try to go to her left side. Kicks to the corner. Wallace. Now back up top for Edson, around for Boundler to the corner for Woodhouse straight. She'll drive down the lane and it's going to go out of bounds. The Indians will take possession.
Good defense by Whitworth.
Whitworth to the corner. Uptergrove down the lane. She'll try to drive in. And to the corner, missed it off the rim. Underneath from the bucket.
Good board, good finish.
28-21, the Indians only down 7 now. Underneath and a foul. I believe that foul on Hannah Killian. Looks it out for Wallace, and a travel on the side of Wallace, and back the other way. 6:37 to go in the fourth quarter, 28-21 Annies. Stogner trying to look left side, knocked away by Bowdler. And she'll have an easy lay-in to make it 30-21. Uptergrove takes it back up the left side, trying to find someone to go. 6:18 remaining. Uptergrove dishes it off for Bame. Bame at the circles, kicks to the corner for Killian. Now to the right wing for Uptergrove. Bounce.
Good pass.
And Whitworth puts one in. 30-23, the lead is 7. The lead is 7. 5:58 remaining in the fourth. Dribbling left side. Edson goes to her right, dribbles into the elbow, puts one up and in. And Centralia takes one back. 5:42 to go. Killian down to the baseline. Gonna put up a little jumper, missed it short, gets her own rebound though. Loose ball. Annies will have control of the arrow, and it'll go back to Centralia. 5:35 to go in a 9-point game.
Killian might have had an offensive foul there. She got away with.
.531 to go. Whithouse straight gives to Edson, who gets it across the timeline. Down the lane she goes. It's it out to Wallace on the elbow. Dishes it off for Edson to the lane, to the free throw line, and gives it away to Edson. 5:12 to go. Out to Whithouse, straight to the corner, to the wing. Just simply holding it on the wing. Whithouse straight. 5:04 to go. Dribbles in. Uptergrove goes falling to the ground, and an offensive foul.
See, she threw an arm at Uptergrove. That's why she got the offensive.
5:01 remaining, 32-23. Uptergrove gives off to Killian, who looks inside to Whitworth, and Whitworth will almost lose the handle. Now grabs Bame, throws it short off the front of the rim. Killian has it, and we are going to get a jump ball that'll stay with Mascoutah. 4:45 to go. Collier gives it out to Updergrove. Updergrove trying to drive. Dicks to the corner. Killian cuts to the baseline. One gets thrown up. Goes behind the backboard, and then it's going to be grabbed by Centralia and Bowdler. It's going to go off of Bowdler and stay with Mascoutah. Bowdler not happy.
Again, that's another turnover forced by Killian.
Killian to inbound, gets it out to Updergrove. And Updergrove can't keep it inbounds off the handle, and it's going to go the other way now. Wallace will inbound to Edson. 4:24 to go, 32-23. Edson gives to Bass. 4:10 to go. Bass gives it off to Dukes. Dukes to the left wing, down to the left wing for Edson. Over back out Dukes top, left wing for Edson. 4 minutes remaining in the fourth. Edson dishes it off, kicks to the right wing for Dukes. 3:55 to go in the fourth quarter. Edson just almost got shoved by Killian, no call. Dukes dribbles back toward the back court, back of the far circle. Bowdler getting away, dishes it off to Dukes, got a right wing ball. Back top of the circles for Bowdler, swings it back to Dukes, 3:31 remaining. Dukes bounces it underneath, trying to find Edson, and a foul against Mascoutah. And we have a foul, and we have a timeout taken by the Indians. 3:26 to go in the Consolation round championship of the Mascoutah Holiday Invitational. This is Indian Basketball on the Indian Sports Network. .323 to go. Wallace inbounds out of the timeout. 3:19 to go. Wallace to Whithouse straight, who goes strong up on Whitworth, and she traveled.
It's good defense by Whitworth, able to stay straight up and not get the foul.
.313 to go. Collier has it. Collier keeps it though off a tip. Edson trying to keep her from getting across the line. Now she does, and a foul on Edson. 3:04 to go. Updergrove checks back in for Collier. Bounces to Stogner. Stogner out to Updergrove. Updergrove trying to drive, looks inside to Bame. Bame turns, shoots off the glass, didn't get it. Loose rebound picked up by Bass and gets it over to Edson. 2:52 remaining in the fourth. At a 32-23 ball game. 2:46 to go. That's it, up and in. 11-point lead for the Ennies, 2:37 remaining. Updergrove quickly up the floor. Into the elbow, pulls up, takes a shot off the glass, didn't go, and the rebound to Wallace.
She might have traveled, yeah, that was a travel.
And a whistle to travel, and that'll now, and the Indians keep possession. 2:25 to go. Again, coming out of this game, Freeburg will foul in for the fifth place game. Scheduled to start at 2:30, might start a little bit later. 34-23, Killian to to the wing, now to the baseline. Gonna go up, and she'll get fouled at the free throw line. She'll go.
Centralia foul from the assist. Hannah Killian to the line for the Indians.
First free throw from Killian is good. And a travel as Centralia was time to take it up the floor. 25-34. Updergrove to Whitworth. 9-point lead. Whitworth spins into the lane and puts one in. 7-point game, 2:09 to go. Up, and we get a timeout taken by Centralia. 2:03 remaining in the fourth. This is Indy Basketball. And the presentation of the holiday tournament on the Indian Sports Network. .203 to go, fourth quarter. 34-27, Annie's on top. Woodhouse straight looks to inbound, gets this one out. It's going to go out of bounds. And it'll go to the Indians. 2:03 remaining. 34-27. Clock didn't even get to start because of the fact that it didn't get touched. Stogner into Updergrove. Stogner, dribbling to her left. Give to Killian. To Updergrove. Drives out to Killian. Fake the three. Into the lane, and she traveled. 1:44 to go. .34-27, 1:44 remaining. Walks Whitworth. Gets it ahead to Killian. Underneath the beam, turns, quick shot, falls in! 34-29. Timeout taken, Centralia. This is India Basketball in the Holiday Tournament on the Indian Sports Network. 1:32 to go in this consolation game. Edson gets it into Bass. Drives it up the floor, 90 seconds left. Gets it over to Edson across the timeline. Yes, finally he gets it across the line. Now she'll drive into the lane, kick to the corner. Bowder, though, not going to take the three. Wallace, 1:19 to go in this 5-point game. Wallace dishes it off, down to the lane, down to the corner. And she's going to get double teamed, and we're going to go the other way. Killian to inbound. Updergrove up the floor. 1:06 to go in this fourth quarter. Indians trail by 5. Killian gonna go to drive. Go off the glass and put it in. It's a 3-point game. The Indians down by 3. 34-31, 56 seconds left. Edson trying to get up the floor. Killian will foul. Indians have fouls to give.
It's good ball work by Updergrove and Killian.
When they have fouls to give, so it's okay. They also have 2 timeouts. So they can stop the clock 3 times without having to give up free throws. 1 more foul, as well as 2 times freely. Bounces it, gets it to Bass, who dribbles up the right side. The problem is Centralia loves to take their time. 48 seconds left.
And another thing, I don't think that sending Centralia to the line wouldn't be too bad of an idea because they haven't really looked that good on free throw shooting today.
48 seconds to go. Wallace will inbound to the sideline. 5th place game coming up. Freeburg will foul in following the completion of this affair. Bam, it's bounced to Whithouse straight. 46 seconds to go. Whithouse straight, still going, and now they will go to the free throw line as Whitworth fouled Whithouse straight.
Mascoutah foul on Harper Whitworth. As we put out straight to shoot 2 shots for Centralia.
First free throw, no. Second free throw goes. 4-point game, 39 seconds left. Stogner to Updergrove. Out of the baseline, going to put up a jumper off the side of the backboard. Wallace the rebound. And a foul.
That was a jump ball.
Updergrove not happy. Wanted to jump. So Wallace will go to the free throw line.
That's 5 on Updergrove.
And Updergrove is out.
Mascoutah foul on cheat sheet Updergrove. Her 5th personal foul.
Free throw good. 36-31.
At the line for the Indians.
Second free throw, no good. Whitworth the rebound, down 5. Collier takes it the other way, 22 seconds left. You have 2 timeouts, you gotta remember that. Loose ball picked up by Wallace, 17 seconds left and a foul. We're gonna get a timeout as well. Full timeout by the Indians. This is the consolation game. This is the presentation of the Mascoutah Holiday Tournament on the Indian Sports Network. 17 seconds remaining in the fourth. Wallace will have free throws. First free throw, no good, is good. 37-31. Second free throw goes as well. Killian comes back the other way, 38-31, loose ball, gets it over to Killian. Killian down to the corner, swings it back out to Bame. Bame gonna shoot a three. It's gonna go off the back of the rim. Loose ball, jump ball, Centralia ball. And with 1.6 seconds left, Centralia gonna win the game. .6 seconds, and that will do it. Centralia wins the Consolation. The Mascoutah Holiday Tournament Consolation Trophy will go to the Centralia Orphans, and they put in this one 38-31. The Indians fall to 6-6 on the year.
That's the final score. With Centralia
And the Annies are 5-6. 38-31 the final. Coming up next, it'll be the Panthers of O'Fallon and the Midgets of Freeburg. That's coming up in just a little bit on the Indian Sports Network.